Alright, sometimes you make an oopsie. It's all good. Don't worry about it. We've all been there. And sometimes we get a little bit too cocky and fight opponents that are a little bit, a little bit above what we should be fighting, and they might slap us a little bit too hard. It's all good. We've all been there. So today, we're going to be taking a look at the top 5 healers in Injustice 2 Mobile. Now, I'm not going to lie. I really like healers. I really do. The fact that in my back pocket, I can heal up whenever I want, it makes me feel a lot calmer when I'm fighting a fight. It makes me enjoy myself a little bit more. And so I am really excited to start this list. But before we start, I just want to say thank you guys once again for the support. I really do appreciate it. We're killing the numbers out here, and I'm really, really happy about that. And also, I hope you guys have a wonderful Labor Day. Go spend it with your family. And if you have any, go spend it with your friends. If you don't, you can go cry in the corner. It's no big deal. We've all been there too. All right, and now let's start the video. Today we're going to be ranking the top 5 healers in Injustice 2 Mobile. As always, if you enjoy the video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's get started. Starting off our list, coming in at number 5 is going to be Batman Ninja Catwoman. Batman Ninja Catwoman is the one character in this list that does not heal up her entire team. However, I don't necessarily mind, just because the two characters that you're probably going to pair up with Batman Ninja Catwoman is going to be Batman Ninja Gorilla Grodd and Batman Ninja Robin, and both of those characters can already heal themselves up with their special abilities. So Batman Ninja Catwoman healing up her entire team isn't really necessary. It would be cool, don't get me wrong, but it's not necessary. And also, Batman Ninja Catwoman already has that immortal passive that works for the entire Batman Ninja team, and I think that's enough. Anyways, the reason why Batman Ninja Catwoman is coming in at number 5 is because her special 2 lasts for a very long time. You're going to be doing dot damage with her special 2, and according to how much damage you're going to be doing with that dot damage is going to depend how much you're going to heal yourself up. And when you're doing dot damage for like 30 seconds, you better believe that you're going to heal up quite a bit. Also, keep in mind that the immortal passive can be triggered more than once, so if you just keep healing yourself up, you can keep on triggering that passive as much as you want. This is honestly kind of overpowered. As a matter of fact, I actually used Batman Ninja Catwoman and Dr. Fate to defeat a 1 million threat team when I only had a 100k threat. And the only way I did it was honestly just because that healing, that dot damage, and that immortal passive are such an insane combo. Alright, with all that being said, now let's move on to number 4, which is going to be Enchantress. So Enchantress heals up her entire Suicide Squad team whenever they resist critical attack hits. This alone is alright. She does heal up a lot, but you would have to add a bunch of critical attack resistance to your gear talents. But here's the thing, if you have Suicide Squad Harley Quinn on the same team as Enchantress, this is going to become very overpowered. Because first of all, the amount of healing that Enchantress does is insane, dude. I have fought in so many legendary teams with Enchantress and Suicide Squad Harley Quinn, and they are some of the tankiest characters out there. Now, the second reason why this works so great when you have Suicide Squad Harley Quinn is because Suicide Squad Harley Quinn's passive gives her team a lot of critical attack resistance, which is of course going to save you the slots in the gear talents. I will say it's kind of unfortunate that Enchantress only heals up the Suicide Squad team because they're not that great of a team, and also getting Enchantress and Suicide Squad Harley Quinn is going to be kind of difficult because they're legendary characters. My bad, I should have mentioned this before, but the amount of resistance that Harley Quinn is going to give you is 55% critical attack resistance, and the amount that Enchantress is going to heal you up by is going to be 25% of your max health over the course of 10 seconds. Now, of course, I need to point out the obvious. For this to actually work, you're not going to have to be blocking because, well, in order to resist a critical attack hit, you have to not block. And chances are you probably don't want to do that because it kind of ruins the flow of your game. However, I'm still going to include her on the list because whenever I fight this legendary team with Enchantress and Harley Quinn, and I really don't care who the last character is, these two characters are incredibly annoying to fight because they heal up so much. As a quick little side note, I will say that I do wish that the Suicide Squad team was a little bit bigger, and since we're going to be getting another Suicide Squad movie and a Suicide Squad game, hopefully hopefully this team gets a little bit bigger, so that way this passive works for more people. Anyways, with all that being said, now let's move on to number 3, which is going to be Atlantean Armored Aquaman. Alright, there's no secret about it, AAA Batteries is definitely one of my favorite characters in the game, probably even my favorite character in the game. Either way, there's no denying that Atlantean Armored Aquaman is definitely one of the best healers in the game. So AAA Batteries only has one passive, and what it does is it will heal up your entire team by 5,000 health over the course of 7 seconds. And there's also a couple of other things about this character that make him so good. First of all, to unlock this character and to get his shards, you can actually do it off of the campaign, so it's not going to be that difficult. In addition, his passive works for anybody, you don't have to be in a specific team. And also, this guy's special abilities are really diverse, and when you slap his passive on top of that, it gets even better. So, AAA Battery's Special 1 has Armor Pierce, and his Special 2 has Dot Damage and Power Drain. Now look, listen, I am a professional Atlantean Armored Aquaman player, alright? I use this guy and Dr. Fate and Predator Batman to destroy every legendary team out there. And let me tell you, the number one thing you want to focus on with Atlantean Armored Aquaman is his Special 2. Alright, you're going to be healing, you are going to be power draining, and you are going to be doing dot damage. Granted, this is going to be a hazard, so you do have to push the opponent into a certain area. However, the hazard is really big, and the amount of power drain that you're going to be doing is going to be insane. Also, if you're going to be using AAA batteries in Arena, I strongly suggest, if you have it, use the entropy on this guy. You are never gonna die, man. And if you're gonna use AAA batteries in raids or solo raids, he's not gonna be doing the most amount of damage, but a lot of people like to use his Special 3 as the main damage dealing special ability. I can talk about Atlantean Armored Aquaman all day long and just kiss his ass because he's such an amazing character. But I'm going to move on to number 2, which is going to be Entangling Poison Ivy. Now look, Entangling Poison Ivy would not have come in at number 2 if the League of Anarchy team wasn't so good. But the League of Anarchy team is really good, so she is going to come in at number 2. Before I talk about Entangling Poison Ivy, I just want to say that a lot of people, including myself, really love AAA batteries. He is a really good character. The only reason why I'm putting Entangling Poison Ivy at number 2 is because she's a lot better for raids. Not just in her use, but she also heals up Harley Quinn and Joker ridiculously fast. And even though I prefer to play more Arena, I do know that most players prefer solo raids and regular raids, so because of that, Entangling Poison Ivy, again, is going to come in at number 2, slightly above Atlantean Armored Aquaman. So back to Entangling Poison Ivy, her passive 2 gives 75% additional damage over time on basic and swipe attacks for her League of Anarchy team. And her passive 3 makes it so that 50% of her dot damage will heal up her entire League of Anarchy team. So I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys know that the League of Anarchy team does a lot of dot damage. And even though Entangling Poison Ivy is not going to be your main damage dealer, she still does a good amount of dot damage, enough to heal up her team in just a few seconds. I do find it a little bit harder to heal up in Arena with Entangling Poison Ivy, but that's just because your opponents are going to have a lot more resistance. But if you are in a really bad scenario, you can use her Special 2, since any dot damage of hers will heal up her entire team, and her Special 2 does dot damage. I will say that Entangling Poison Ivy is going to be a difficult character to get, since you have to get her off of chests. But once you get her, you're going to see how essential she is for Last Laugh Joker and Harley Quinn to be doing a lot of damage, and also to heal them up. Anyways, with all that being said, now let's move on to number 1, which is going to be Shazam. Not only was his movie really great, but he's also the best healer in Injustice 2 Mobile. So his Special 2 only costs 5 power bars, and it will heal you up a percentage of the lowest teammate's health. And his Special 3 costs 8 power bars, but it will heal up 40% of the team's maximum health. And actually, I was about to compare this to Atlantean Armored Aquaman, but then I realized this is the only special ability in the entire game that will heal up your entire team without having to wait any time. At least as far as I can see, because every other special ability that heals up will either only heal up that character, or if you're going to heal up your entire team, like Atlantean Armored Aquaman does it over the course of a few seconds. So that's definitely a really nice bonus to Shazam. But in addition, Shazam is not only a really great healer, but he's also a really great support character. And this this is actually a pretty big deal because support characters are really important in this game, and so they're going to be going on a lot of different teams, and the fact that Shazam can heal up any of those teams if you get into a bad scenario is actually really nice. Also, as another really nice bonus of Shazam, his passive 2 makes it so that if you block a special ability of the opponent, you have a 60% chance to disable that special ability, and you have a 20% chance to activate your special 3, which of course is going to heal up your entire team. Anyways, if you want to unlock Shazam, he pops up in the arena seasons, which isn't the hardest way to get characters, but it's also not the easiest. But as long as you keep playing his arena, eventually you will unlock this character. Anyways guys, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys have a nice day, stay safe and stay clean, and I'll see you guys later.